the right wing, the Republican crowd, are more extreme and inflexible than we've ever seen. Let me show you something that is a little surprising to me. I want to show you a president of this United States that says, let's be fair to working people and make the wealthy pay their share. Let me show you what this president had to say.
We're going to close the unproductive tax loopholes that have allowed some of the truly wealthy to avoid paying their fair share. In theory, some of those loopholes were understandable, but in practice, they sometimes made it possible for millionaires to pay nothing, while a bus driver was paying 10% of his salary, and that's crazy. Do you think the millionaire ought to pay more in taxes than the bus driver, or less?
Do you think the millionaire should pay more or less than the bus driver? What is the difference between Ronald Reagan saying that in 1985 and in President Obama saying today, should Warren Buffett be paying less taxes percentage-wise than his secretary? It's the same thing.
It is the same thing. There is no difference between the two except for the person who's delivering the remarks. The difference is, of course, now that the Republican Party has been hijacked, frankly, by the Tea Party and those on the far right, the Republican Party of Ronald Reagan, who they claim to revere, would not be as extreme as this current Republican Party is. And frankly, you know, the president has put forward suggestions and proposals in the Jobs Act that have been proposed by Republicans in the past, supported by many who are still in Congress, and yet, because he's articulating it, they are saying, no, it's not rational what they are doing. And frankly, the solutions that they're proposing, Reverend Al, the same old trickle-down, laissez-faire solutions, they didn't work under President Bush. They're still not working, and yet those are the solutions that they continue to put forward. We need to look at throwing out the old theories and adopting a uniquely American policy that saves manufacturing jobs, that puts people to work in this country, and it means an active, not a big government, but an active government on our side.
But they're not talking about big government. They're talking about no government. They're talking about letting the wealthy call their shots. I've never agreed politically with Ronald Reagan, but they're more anti-Reagan than you and I could ever be when you listen to what Reagan said. What they're doing is a mockery to what Ronald Reagan stood for. The American people are clear. Look at this poll of how American people feel about taxing the rich. NBC, Wall Street Journal poll, 56% says raise taxes on the wealthy. 66% on the Gallup poll. Pew poll, 67%. I played the tape for you. Ronald Reagan, who they use his name in memory, said, do you think a rich guy should be paying less tax than a working class mailman? What are we talking about? These people are extremists for the rich.
And what's happening, Reverend Al, is when you continue to put more, what they say is you don't want to raise taxes on job providers. Everybody understands that, but they're not providing jobs in America. A lot of the jobs that are being created, especially by the multinational corporations, are frankly those who are investing to be able to get the benefit of capital gains. Where are they investing? They're investing in a global market. Where are the multinational corporations maximizing their shareholder return? It's in a global marketplace. They're not investing in the U.S. We've got to tie tax policy to job creation in the U.S. And when the president puts that in his Jobs Act, saying that you get a tax credit for hiring people in the United States, saying that we're going to invest in infrastructure which will hire American nurses, American construction workers, American teachers, those are jobs in America, both public sector and private sector.
Whoa, when you talk about getting jobs for America and protecting Americans, that's patriotic, isn't it? Thank you, Governor Granholm.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, happy birthday, Reverend Al. I hear today is your birthday.
And my birthday gift was that Ronald Reagan tape where Ronald Reagan cleared it up. That was the birthday gift our researchers gave me, and I love it. I'll be rolling it over and over and over again.